All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. And in this video, we are going to talk about word being, according to Oscar De La Hoya, that Terence Crawford is in negotiations with Golden Boy for a fight that will absolutely ruin his career. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, I'm going to speak as slowly as I can because my vocal cords are healing. However, in this video, we are going to be in the 147-pound division, and we are going to be talking about word is that Terence Crawford is in negotiations with Golden Boy Promotions for a multiple fight deal for Alex to include in his next fight Alexis Roche. And then thereafter, maybe Vergil Ortiz. But before I get into that, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. Also, if you are a longtime subscriber and supporter to the channel, thank you so much for your continued support. In the super chats and the cash apps and in the super thanks to videos like this. Thank you guys for continuing to support the channel. All right, so let's get into this. Yesterday, Alexis Roche fought on DAZN. So there was a Golden Boy card that took place. Terence Crawford went to that fight and is seen in a picture with Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins. After that picture goes out, he's interviewed and asked about Terence Crawford and says that he is looking to sign the current #1 pound for pound fighter in the world and that he wants to make a fight with Alexis Roche. And then after that, he wants to make a fight with Vergil Ortiz. And then, of course, with all eyes being on making the fight with Errol Spence Jr. Okay, so first let me say this. Just because Oscar De La Hoya says that does not mean that that is what Terence Crawford is going to do. Similarly, however, just because the WBA orders Keith Thurman fight and other people are saying that Errol Spence is going to fight Keith Thurman, seeing as at the time of this announcement that fight has not, at the time of this video, that announcement has not been made, we will treat you might as well call them accusations, the news that Terence Crawford could fight Alexis Roche in the same way that I would treat, or other people will treat, Errol Spence Jr. fighting Keith Thurman, a fight which has been roundly criticized by people who are quote unquote Terence Crawford fans. Now, understand this. If Terence Crawford signs a multiple fight deal with Golden Boy for Alexis Roche and Vergil Ortiz, it is January. That means that you would not, if they made both those fights back to back, that means you would not see a fight between Terence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. this year at all. And provided Terence Crawford gets through it and you get into the year of 2024, you're now looking at a Terence Crawford that is going to be 37, almost 38 years old before that fight happens. I think it's safe to say, and plus you're dealing with somebody like Oscar De La Hoya, who is not known to make big fights without literally getting drugged down the street to make it happen. So you would be matching up a guy in Terence Crawford who already is reluctant to fight Errol Spence Jr. for whatever reason. And now you're going to take him and put him on a network, DAZN, where he's going to be further hidden from the public eye. Well, I mean, man, he was hidden from his last one on that fight in BLK Prime as well. But those are even more hurdles to making the fight between Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford. If Terence Crawford goes and literally signs a deal with Golden Boy Promotions, you can pretty much write off any idea that he actually wants to fight Errol Spence Jr., because that is exactly what you would do if you did not want it. Now, people are going to say in the comment section, because you just come up with stuff to say. But, you know, since you just come up with stuff to say, it's not hard to know what you're going to come up and say. Well, you know, Errol is fighting Keith Thurman. So, you know, he's already gone. He's ducking. No, bunk. OK, first of all, Errol Spence Jr. has not announced his next fight, but it's a mandatory fight. And portion of the situation that got negotiated in order to make the Keith Thurman fight was that Errol Spence Jr. would have 60 days to negotiate a deal with Terence Crawford. Otherwise, he would have to fight, guess who? The winner of Virgil Ortiz and Amanda Stanionis, the person that one of the guys that Oscar De La Hoya is saying he wants to fight Terence Crawford. So you can better believe this, that if Errol Spence Jr. goes and fights, actually comes back down to the WBA and Virgil Ortiz beats Amanda Stanionis, he's not going to fight that dude anyway. Because he'll be gone. Even though I don't think Errol Spence Jr. is going to move down there to fight mandatories anyway. And Errol most definitely, because he said that he's going to be at 154 pounds. He said last year he's only got 2 more fights at that weight class. One was going to be Ugas. The other one was going to be Terence Crawford. So, and then he moves up to 154 pounds. Man, come on, man. This dude, that's just absolutely the fight isn't going to happen, man. And it's going to be on, in my opinion, it's going to be on Terence Crawford. And all of the signs will be pointing to that. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, Terence Crawford can do what Terence Crawford wants to do, man. But this is just, man, it's silly. You know what I mean? It is absolutely positively silly. And if you're fighting Alexis Roche, let's talk about it from a second, you know, from the perspective of, you know, legacy. What does that do for him? Alexis Roche lost to Speedy Rashidi Ellis. The only person Alexis Roche has beaten is the Flair Cobb. like, what is that? You know what I mean? I mean, I guess with Jaron Ennis out of the rankings and Virgil Ortiz about to leave the rankings, that, you know, he'll be the highest guy. But there you go. That's going to be your mandatory, or going to be your voluntary. Alexis Roche. You're going to go from a David Avenation to Alexis Roche. Look, man, that's just not going to work. But yet people are going to have a problem with Errol Spence Jr. going from Yordenis Ugas to Keith Thurman. like, man, come on, man. Y'all got to start being fair about this stuff. This move right here, if it takes place, is it's not a shady move, but it's just a move that doesn't move the needle at all for boxing. It's just another, I don't know, man. Another Terence Crawford fight is the best way that I can put that, you know, to phrase that, because, man, ain't nothing really been popping off for the dude. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.